chat. I hope you are having a wonderful Monday, even though the majority of people are not are not having a great Monday. Now, some people would be like Garfield. They just say, "I hate Mondays." Well, someone could hate all 7 days of the week and still not be satisfied. So I at least hope you at least had a good one, because you either gonna enjoy it or don't, and rather to get some life out of it than not. Which, is the thing that we do. You know. So I hope you all had a good one. And let's see. I'm just checking on something. Okay, we're good. No, that's not what I want to do. All right. So anyway, yeah, I figured I'd try to do one on Monday, even though it's probably the most crowded day of the week. Um, I don't know if we could just try to move it. I had some. Oops, sorry. I had some hot chocolate earlier, so. Oh boy, I figured we'd try to do it on a Monday. I'm trying to figure out what kind of days would be great. I do want to say, uh, coming up, I actually have somebody this Wednesday. His name is Jack Tarland. And he lives in the UK, so he's 5 hours ahead. So that live stream will be around 4 p.m. Wednesday, because he's 5 hours ahead. So to him it'll be 9 p.m. So gotta do it early enough. But I hope it'll be a great one. Again, I'm opening the door to anyone who would like to have a conversation, whether it be about something they wanted to talk about but never really saw anyone talk about, or if they what is it? Or if they just want to shoot the crap, just want to say stuff that doesn't really matter. Now, obviously there are rules, but get that point later. But yeah, leave the door open to anyone. You just leave a comment or go to my fan account or the fan account, whatever, uh, on Twitter X at uh, at VERAMOUTHE on Twitter X, and just kind of DM or reply or whatever. Because I leave the door open to anyone. That's how I'm getting this one on Wednesdays, because I've left the door open to anyone. So I'm always willing to have a conversation. I mean, I go back and talk to other people during that time, but it's always a great time to talk to someone new, even if um, even if for me, I don't really. I mean, there's sometimes where I have something that I'll put down. It's like, oh, this is what we'll talk about today or whatever. But sometimes I really don't have anything descriptive, because, well, one, I don't want to be restricted to like talking about what everyone's talking about today. Today's news, right? Everyone's be talking about what's going on in politics, or what's going on in other things, or an explosion. I saw some explosion in Texas. All this stuff. Of course, stuff like that is important. Don't get me wrong, the explosion and whatnot, but stuff just gets rehashed over and over again, like the political matters or pop culture matters, and I just want to talk about really anything. I want to have that free open space, that wide open space. Because why not? You know, it's not the what's that? I don't know what it is. Anyway, um, it's not the hardest thing to do. It's just in what to talk about to come out. Because last time, my last solo one, because someone fell through, obviously at the last minute. I just shot the stuff, sh- shoot the shot for like what was it, an hour and a half? I didn't think I could go that long. There's of course, there's like a little live timer that shows how long I've been on, but I'm gonna stop paying attention to that. I gotta talk to you guys, because um, you're the ones I'm talking to, obviously. But I also gotta stop looking at the screen and start looking up at the camera. Who do I pay attention to? Because there's always gonna be someone who wants to say something. Oop, put that down. I forget. I forget. I have to put a little hidey ho in each, so that everyone. Oh nope. Why is it uncapped? Why is it like that? do that to both of them so that both of them have something. Even if it's just me seeing my little name in both, it's okay. I'm all right. But yeah, it's I don't really put anything descriptive. I may have like a thing or two, but people always ask me, "What's this show gonna be about?" I was like, "Well, we're just gonna have a conversation about what." Well, let's talk about a little. We'll start with a little bit of you, and then go from there. I mean, I know people want a direction because if you don't, if you're just, it's like improvising, right? Not everyone's good at improvising. Neither am I. Don't get me wrong. I'm not whose line is it anyway material, but um, I do think that it's worth a shot. Um, Sorry, I'm trying to keep things in order. I gotta pay attention to the screen because something may happen. It's like, no, stop, wait. Yeah, and it's also difficult to get. Like I've said before, it's also difficult in getting others on too because either they're shy or they don't want to, or they feel like they don't have anything to speak on or something like that. I'm like, I'm on here. I feel like I don't have anything to speak on half the time. Just going over stuff that is. Oh, take it. What's it? When I do that, I'm kind of just burping into my shirt because I want to hear you hear my burps. I know there's some people who do it and have fun with it, but that's not me. Oops, I forgot one little thing. And forgot one little thing. There we go. Goodness. Let's see. That's going on. That's right. That's right, baby. Let's have some fun. So, what was the thing I wanted to talk about? Um, no. Hard to get people on, and yeah. So I really don't have an exact topic. I figure I just I figured I'd just talk until my face turned blue and then something would come up. Like, I would say it is true. You don't need a super fancy camera or microphone to do it. Preferably, it'd be best to get a camera with both, even though I probably don't sound the greatest, but I'm not going for perfection yet. Not that I could go for perfection. I don't know. I'm not going for any perfection. I'm just having fun with this. Like I'm talking to a camera about nothing, even though work was okay. It wasn't the greatest. It was mostly boring, and I have thoughts about the upcoming polar vortex, which I'm not looking forward to because honestly, I don't want to have to deal with weather that's under uh like under zero. To be honest with you, I wouldn't want to deal with weather under 32, but I don't get to control the weather. I just get to be a part of. So while I am grateful that I get a warm home to be in and lots of blankets in the back, uh, being under negative, being under zero is a pain in the neck, especially when it affects your battery and all that stuff. I'm like, ugh, I don't want to deal with this. And then your door freezes and stuff. Give me 32. I will gladly take 25 degrees for the rest of January, February, March, however long this is gonna go, instead of this stinking polar vortex, because it seems like for me, right, for me, the seasons themselves have kind of shifted over a bit, right? I'm not talking like the equinoxes, whatever. No, those don't matter anymore because the the seasons themselves have kind of shifted to the point that the equinoxes are so far off. But like the first day of spring, the first day of summer is like, no, first day of summer was like 2 weeks before then. And it was like, no, that's not true. And I was like, well, you haven't been paying attention very much. Um, I don't know whether it's like the boring thing ever, like everyone does that. Like you go up to someone, try to have a conversation, and it's like, oh yeah, this weather we're having, how's that? Yeah, it's pretty cold. Is it cold? Is it really? Do you think about the cold? Or does it still bother you anyway? Oh gosh. I'm gonna start throwing out frozen memes in about a second. No. Oh man, don't hold me to that. Anyway, yeah, I just don't really care for the extreme cold. I mean, if I wanted extreme cold, I would go up to Alaska. Alaska during the summer, probably spring, it's probably nice, but during the winter months, it's a frozen hell on earth, you know? It's just that one point that during that time it gets so below that your car freezes and you're like, I gotta wait till the sun comes up, and not even then. It's almost like you would only live in Alaska if you had something in place that didn't require you to go to work, that you could just work from home sort of thing. And even then, you'd have to have a pretty well built home to what is it, defend against that frost, that permafrost, whatever it is. Once I get, oh goodness, oh, but anyway, yeah. Mm. Oh, let me swear. But yeah, uh, but visiting Alaska wouldn't be too bad as long as it's during when it's warm out, because I couldn't do it during when it's so freezing cold that your leg starts to go blue and you're like, why is it doing that? It's below 50 here. Oh, thanks. Now you tell me. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Uh, so yeah, like I said, work was mindless. You know, you do your job to the best of your abilities, and you get done with it, because it is a drag sometimes. I can't imagine people who work in jobs that require you just to what are they called? Like the Verizon, T-Mobile cell phone sellers, or what do they call a customer service? Uh, they call them something. But anyway, those people must be bored out of their minds. It's like there's only so much paperwork you can do before you're like, oh, look, guys, I don't have anything else. What am I gonna do? Just clean the phones. Just wipe them down a bit. Just clean the phones. Can you imagine doing that all day? You just clean the phones. Got like 5 hours left to to leave time, and those come in. I will tell you what though. Uh, I have T-Mobile, right? I have T-Mobile, but I was with Boost. You know, the thing that no, sorry, it's Virgin Mobile first, and then Boost, and then I think Boost bought out Virgin Mobile, and so they got absorbed. I will tell you what, those people do not want you to leave. What happened was I had to get a what is it, a account number or a routing number or something like that in order for me to go to someplace else. And they kept offering me discount after discount after discount, putting me on hold, discount. I'm like, and it's an Indian lady. It's like most majority of people who we have to deal with through customer service are Indian people now, which is weird. It's like, so all the jobs are gone elsewhere. All right. Um, but what was it? But yeah, so I was just trying to get this, and I think it was close to 45 minutes to an hour, just spending time just trying to get this routing account number. And once I did, I was like, look, all I need is this. Just give me this. We'll call it. But don't you want to do it? No, I don't want to do this. I don't. Just give me that number. So hold on a second. Once I got it, I went to I went to once I got that number, I believe I went to the T-Mobile uh in my area directly, and I just like, look guys, I really, because what happened was is um my what is it, my internet thing, right, the 5G or whatever, once it hit the max amount of number, it would just slow down. Like it was slow crawl. And I was like, gotta be kidding me. I think it was the point because I was watching videos on Rumble or whatever, and I kept hitting it like till like the middle of the month. And I was like, I tried buying uh like an extra gigabyte or so, because they only allow you to buy like one tier is 2 gigs, another tier is 1 gig, and I bought both tiers and I used them all up. that's not good. But I have T-Mobile now, so even if I do go over, it slows down a bit, but I still get some pretty good service, and I never look back at Boost Mobile again. So thank you, Boost Mobile, for making my choice easier. I know they're not sponsors of this show. Never would they. Like, wait, I'd have to kiss that kind of butt to get that. Ain't no way I'm kissing butt for that kind of sponsorship. The people can sponsor me, but I ain't kissing butt for all that stuff. Because it's cray cray. It's cray cray malay cray. Um, but yeah, I just find that kind of stuff. It's like when you go for customer service, right? Doesn't matter what it is. And they put you on hold for ages. Like the doctor's office. Like the doctor's office. I was trying to make an appointment, right? A long while ago. And I got put on hold for was it like 15, 20 minutes? And of course, some offer you the, we'll keep your place in line if you da 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 da. And of course, it was during my lunchtime too, so I can't really, like, I only have 30 minutes. I only have a chunk of window. So once that time is gone and they call me after my break is over, I'm just like, come on. Come on. So even with doctors and all that stuff, or doctors' offices and all that stuff, it's it's just dumb. It's just, yeah, you may not get some great responses from AI, but at least I'm getting somewhere because it's taking too stinking long. Let the AI take care of the surface stuff, and you guys take care of the harder stuff. The humans take care of the harder stuff because humans are might. Humans are strong, and all that jazz. Oh boy. But yeah, it's one of those stupid things. And I think someone brought up about customer service being important. I think it's this whole indie comic stuff I kept saying, which I found quite ridiculous. It's funny. It took a successful personal successful black man to tell them to get on with it, and many are, and some are complaining about it. I'm just like, the dude lit a fire under your feet, and you're moving like you weren't moving probably 2 weeks ago. So what's your point? If he gets you to move and you're getting your stuff out later because you hate the guy, or you hate what he said, or whatever, then I think, in all honesty, he did something better than you did. So there's that. There's that. I just find it funny. Online discourse or drama is sort of like watching two pageant winners, but they're both girls, and one's a fat girl and one's a very pretty girl, and they're just kind of fighting over the crown. It's like, I can't tell which one is hungrier for it. Is it the fat girl or the thin girl, good looking girl? I don't know. I don't know. You're just like, they probably should, get in a wrestling match or something. Like, if two people want to fight over something, and I'm talking like discourse, whatever, let's use those fists. Of course, make sure everyone's safe, put the padding and all that stuff. But let's get in there to see who's really right. If your fists can't talk and you can't knock somebody out or get him down for 10 seconds, then then uh, then I guess you weren't worth listening to at all. Shame, shame, shame. That reminds me, I went to go see that Iron Claw movie that about the Von Erich family, or whatever. For a second, I thought it was like the Von Trapp family, but that's not. No, that's a little different. Can you imagine if the Von Trapp family was? Can you imagine if the Von Trapp family was a wrestling group? We have come to take your children. Not today. Happy, he's doing some back maneuver. I can't take it when he's on my spine. You're about to feel the justice of the Alps. That'd be hilarious. That certainly would have changed the story. It wouldn't be singing. It'd be Pro Wrestling 101. You're about to be hit. by Germany during the war. What do you do? Do you run like a Heidi or do you flay like a champion? And of course, people are like, I don't even know, this guy is saying, but I think I like him. Oh, goodness. That's the stuff I come up with in my head day to day, hour to hour. Hour to hour, bit by bit. Got the funny stuff stuck in a hitch. Oh, they just come up with the funniest random stuff as possible because, like I've been saying before, about topics that are of today. Some of them are important, like the gas explosion in Texas, and I'm guessing some of the cold winter that's coming in. But it's like it's been beaten so many goddamn times by all content creators. It's like it's what we do to keep the money flowing. I'm not getting paid. I'm doing this for my own personal enjoyment. Hold on. My own personal enjoyment, sorry. Ugh, I had hot chocolate earlier. It was good. It was dark chocolate, but can't have it all the time. It doesn't do anything bad to me. It's just, it's there's this app I use. It's called I was told by a coworker. It's called Yuka, and you can scan. Uh, trying to find names. Okay, never mind. It's called Yuko. It's like a picture of a carrot. Hold on. I'm gonna try and find it online. So that way it's not just me saying it. You'll here we are. Ah ha ha. Give me 1 second. And yes indeedy. And I need to present myself. Hello. Oops, I better take that off because I gotta see my face. There we are. Okay. All right. So this is Yuka. Oh wow, Honey Nut Cheerios is not that great for you? Holy crap. It's 100% independent. Wow, I didn't know that. Okay, so Yuka is the app I use where you can scan food items and it will tell you all the different stuff that's good or bad within it, whether it's good or not. So you can see here their example is of Cheerio, the cereal Honey Nut, and it's an 800 bad, meaning it's got additives that aren't great, too much sugar, a big caloric. Now these two are subjective. Well, these three right here are subjective, like the sugar, calories, and sodium. But the additives one, I'm telling you what, there were some additives I didn't know that weren't that good for you, like sodium phosphate. Like I don't even know. I can't remember what it was, but we'll look that up. We'll look it up. But anyway, let's go through this a bit. So 100% independent project. Now again, I didn't know this before, so we're just gonna go through what Yuka has, so that way if you are interested you can download Yuka, you can do your little own exploration of this, and uh and be a thing of better for your health. So the first one is 100% independent project, blah. It says no influence from brands, so no brand or manufacturer can influence the scores or recommendation offered, which is a good thing because that was one of my worries, is like, well, what about like the high brand, like Cheerios or whatever, because they could, buy out in a sense. So there's no ads. Brands cannot pay Yuka to advertise their products on the app, which is also good because that means FU. Brands. Responsible financing. Yuka has developed 3 responsible funding resources, eliminating any conflict of interest that could compromise the objectivity of the analysis. Analysis is, which is also great because I think everyone wants that. Okay, so here we go. Evaluate the quality of your foods. Do you really know what you're buying? We do. Yuka scans and analyzes labels in the blink of an eye so you can learn at a glance which products are good for you and which ones you should avoid. Yes, and I have. Although I haven't scanned Belvita, but if it says that, oh man. Too sweet and too caloric. Okay. I wonder how they do the too sweet, too caloric thing, but I digress. Also check the quality of your cosmetics. Endocrine disruptors, carcinogens, allergens, or irritants. Cosmetic products too contain ingredients that hold unpleasant surprises. With Yucca, you can discover the health impact of all your personal care products. Whoa! What's an endocrine disruptors? We have a lot to look up. Oh, you even get recommendations, which is nice. Birds, bees. Okay, now this right here, brand, right? Don't know about these two. Join a community. 40, almost 48 million users. Wow, not bad. Well, let's go by the top. It said learn more. What's that? Oh, well. Arco values independence. You could mention the aim about forces. Yeah, that's great because people either don't know or don't understand what they are that they are eating, or maybe they're a bit lazy or procrastinative. Or again, this is more information for you. Obviously, you don't have to download this app, but it's more information for you to better your health choices. Because right now, I'm trying to better my health choices, but not eating crap. Because I have high cholesterol issues, even though, I'm trying not to go into the having a heart attack thing, so I stay active as best as possible, but I digress. Anyway, we already been through this. Data protection does not process or sell user data. All data used remains strictly confidential. That's awesome. Transparent funding. Revenues come from users, never brands. Premium version. Is that in euro? Oh, so it must be euro. Calendar and book. What's a calendar? Or I mean, what is their calendar? Sorry, jeez. Yuka makes its balance sheet publicly available. Holy crap! These guys are going at it. The paid version of the app. Users can subscribe to the member version, which comes with a number of attributes such as search bar, offline mode, and custom alerts notifying users of the presence of palm oil, gluten, or lactose. It's extremely important Yuka as it helps maintain the project independence. Yeah, see? Pretty awesome. Oh, available in France only. What? Come on! Come on, France! Trying to hold off. Thinking French. Oh, well, it's healthy anyway. This 253 book concentrates in a simple and entertaining way. All the basics turn to a healthy diet. I'm hoping you don't just throw out steak and all that stuff because you guys get annoying after that. You will find the ideal plate for every one of the 40 meals, advice on how to choose better. It's also co-authored by Julie Yuka, co-founder, and Anthony Berthaud, nutritionist. My question is when they showed the picture, I got an email. They showed the picture, and it showed Julie in the center and two guys on either end. So I'm wondering are they separate or are they separate people? Are they related? Because I'm not sure myself, to be honest. I'm not sure myself. I'm just looking through this for the first time. So take what I say with a grain of salt. But still, it is a healthy thing to do if you want to improve your health. At least one way. I may do the paid app version. I just don't want to pay Apple directly. Okay. A calendar of seasonal fruits and vegetables. Of course, both only available in France. This adorable calendar can be placed on a counter or hung on a kitchen wall. It's also socially responsible, made in France, blah, 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 blah. I don't care about that. A committed team. So, okay, so that's pretty cool. Paid version of the app. Become a member. You can support enabling more informed consumption. Search unlimited history, food preferences. How do you? Oh, 15 pounds a year. 15 euros. Okay, I gotta do some lookup. Euro to dollar. Okay. Three. Okay. We're gonna switch over to here we go. Okay. Okay. So I put 15 in, which was their second tier. 15 is $16.45 a year. Let's go to the 10 one. So $11 a year. Wait, is it year? A year. Oh, it is a year. Oh. Oh. Okay. 20 is 22 a year. 22. And the last one is 50. Oh, dear goodness. I don't think I want to go that far. It's 55 a year. Wow. So that's what it costs for each of those tiers. I don't think it matters too much, but so I'm gonna go back and reshare my yes. So if you were to do 15 a year, opening price and commitment free. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Even though by the French, it still is, they still are trying to keep themselves separate from brands so they don't get seen as biased or have ads or whatever, and they're trying to do them on a more healthy basis. Now, I don't know what the basis of the health is, but if they can show you the ingredients in your stuff, I don't think that's a bad deal. I don't think so. I don't want to download that. I want to go back. Explore. Scan the labels of your food and cosmetic products. Food analysis. Yuka a bit. Oh. Was it available? Food analysis. Yuka analyzes food items, providing a detailed data sheet for each product explaining how it was evaluated. That's good. Cosmetic analysis. Yuka analyzes hygiene and cosmetic products. You get a detailed data sheet for each product to help you understand the score. Now, see, when they show you the ingredients of each product, right, like for food or whatever, and you get to see the ingredients and get to learn what those ingredients actually are, that's helpful. That's helpful. And it's not like you get that. It's not, there's not another now app I know out there that does that. Now, I'm not being paid by them or whatever. It's just an app I downloaded because I've been doing it too. Um, and again, I'm not the healthiest person in the world, but I'm trying to get there one day at a time. I've got until uh, April to get my stuff down. So when I first started out last year in February, I got my thing back, and it was like 348 ish. And then when I went into September of last year, I got my blood work back and it had gone down to like 310, 311, which was great for me because it showed what I was doing was working. I still had issues with eating out, still had issues with soda, but I'm picking up better soda. Because there is a better soda, and I'll show you which one I'm talking about. What was it? What? Um, but yeah, I got until April to try to get that way below. They want me like below 200, but if I can get it to close to 200, I'll be happy because it's all about lifestyle choices, right? It's all about bettering oneself for all that. So I'm just showing you this as a way of, hey, here's something. Use it, don't use it, doesn't matter. If it works for you, that's great. It's working for me so far, so hey, why not? All right, let's get back to it. So they give recommendations. So that little thing right there next to the carrot, that's your recommendations. When you scan a product that scores poorly, you can offer independent recommendations for similar items that are better for your health. History just shows you what you've scanned, which is great too. A comprehensive database, 3 million food products, 2 million cosmetic products, 1,200 new products every day. Holy cow. Holy cow. Oh, that's right. How are products rated? Food scoring. Let's do that. Nutrition quality is 60% of the score. Changes based on the nutrition score. This takes volume. Let's see. Precise description is here. We'll go to that. The presence of additives is 30% of the score. So that's 90% right there. Holy crap. Benchmarks are based on the latest scientific research, which is a little iffy because scientific research can be biased. Da, 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 da. I'm not saying that there isn't some you couldn't trust. It's just that some scientific research can be biased. We didn't count the recommendations of the EFSA and the IARC. IARC? IARC. I'm sure this isn't fun to listen to, but I'm going to do it anyway. Every additive is assigned a risk level based on various existing studies: risk-free, limited risk, moderate risk, and hazardous. And I've seen a lot of the hazardous one. Sodium phosphate, hazardous. Believe me. If an additive we consider to be hazardous is present, the max score for the product is set at 49, 100. In this case, it's containing within the 30% score, but the risks of each, as well as corresponding search, are available in the application. Now this right here is the most important part, right? For these additives, right? They tell you the information behind it. Each one, whether it be green, orange, yellow, or the hazardous, they tell you it all, which is pretty awesome. You can't put that down for any reason. That's not a bad idea. This is a bonus granted to products considered organic, i.e. those with an official national or international organic label. Now, to be honest, this is kind of superfluous because, companies would be given those little labels, even though eggs grown on a farm that you can buy from the farmer directly are organic, or buying from like buying vegetables or fruit from a farmer's market, those are technically organic. So it's kind of like, whatever. So yeah, that's how they do that for that. But here's the short description of the method is available here. Oh, okay. It just uses internal research teams that measures the desirable nutrients in foods, fiber, protein, fruits, and vegetables. Okay. Fruits nutrients should be limited, calories such as fat, sugar, and salt. Once calculated, product score is used to assign most nutritious is A, most nutritious is E. And into ratings. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, so this is the same thing. So I gotta try on some stuff. Premium version. But yeah, I really like to use the app. Um, and I think if you want to get healthy, you want to use the resources that will get you there. Whether it's uh, there's another app called My Fitness Pal or something like that, where I kept, it told you how you put in your information and tell you how much you calories need per day or whatever and all that stuff. And this is just another block to the cinder right there, because who doesn't want better health, right? You hear all these stories about people just keeling over and passing out or away. You also hear people who have health issues later in life, like diabetes, whatever, and sometimes it's not their fault. There's genetics involved, but the ones who can take care of it, there are ways of doing it. And I really think something like Yucca, even though it's made by the French, but that shouldn't matter much. One second. I really do think that having that option, having that tool, because we're always on our phones anyway, and it's either social media or whatever. But I really think having a tool like that, like Yuka and others within that vein, are great, because who doesn't want better health? If you're a parent or parents, you're probably wondering, like, again, diets span all across the spectrum of diets. Like, you have Atkins, paleo, carnivore, all this stuff. No two snowflakes are alike, and you got to figure out what works for you. But when you have technology that can help you, like you have, green is great. Green is great. Uh, Halfway is yellow, I believe. But when you start learning about the additives that get put in your food, right? I'm not talking restaurant food. That's totally different. That's food made on the spot. But I'm talking about the box of Cheerios, or that box of Triscuits, or this, or that. Actually, I have a few I'll show you. Which one's a good one? I'm trying to find. So Here's the here's that barbecue sauce. Here's the barbecue sauce, Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, Vidalia onion, 0 to 100. Right, right. Okay. Let me show you the additives. There's two additives and one risk-free. So, ammonia caramel and sodium benzoate. Those are the two hazardous ones. Let's look at the first one. Ammonia caramel. So this is what it tells you, right? This is the description they give by all the studies and stuff. So I'm just gonna read a bit through the camera. Uh, okay, this additive is used to give products the ammonia caramel. During the manufacturing process, two problematic compounds are formed: 4-MEI, potentially carcinogenic humans, and THI, a substance that may be toxic to the immune system. These two compounds can be found in caramel at the conclusion of the production process. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Oh, hold on. I think I sneeze. Okay. Isn't that crazy? Ammonia caramel in barbecue sauce. And it can be considered uh, two parts in it can be potentially, one part can be considered potentially carcinogenic, which is not good. And then the other can be toxic to the immune system. How about that? How about that? The foods we eat that we buy from the store seemingly are trying to kill us. I'm guilty of barbecue sauce. Look at me there. All right, next one is the sodium benzoate. Okay. Okay, so here's the description for sodium benzoate. Again, all like it said in there, research stuff and all that. Sorry, I have a tickle in my nose. I don't know if it's whatever. All right. So here's that. Sodium benzoate. Okay. So what it does, it extends the product shelf life. Okay. And it says this additive is a byproduct of benzoic acid, a substance that may increase hypersensitivity and or cause intolerance reactions, like severe allergic reactions, your dyschardia, gastrointestinal disorders, skin reactions, asthma attacks, and effects on the central nervous system. It is also believed to promote hyperactivity and attention deficit disorders in children. Now, that's like saying it has a possibility of causing ADHD in your children. That's incredible. That's incredible. The stuff you learn about. Okay, I want to find another one. Because I got a few good ones. Okay, so this is the dark chocolate I have. Okay, dark chocolate, the Swiss Miss dark chocolate sensation. All right, and it gives it 0 out of 100. Look at all that red. Too much sodium, sugar, saturated fat, calories, and then additives. Let's go look at the additives. There's one hazardous. Let's look at that one. The one hazardous one says dipotassium phosphate. And they have the other one, which is mono and di. We'll look at that later. So we'll look at the first one. What does it say? So dipotassium phosphate, an antioxidant, slows down the oxidation reach of food. Phosphates contain phosphorus, a chemical element that is essential to the body. However, according to ANSES, which I don't know who is that, look it up. Our phosphorus intake is now 2 or 3 times greater than needed. Excess phosphorus may increase the risk of cardiovascular diseases, disrupt calcium metabolism and bone mineralization, and negatively affect the kidneys. Wow. Wow, the stuff you learn. I'm gonna do this last one and that'll be the end of it. I just wanted to show it off. Okay. So this is the moderate risk one for the dark hot chocolate. This is Come on, focus. Focus. Okay, this is mono and diglycerides of fatty blah blah. Excuse me. A texturizing agent provides consistency, maintains or modifies the texture of the product. Sorry. This additive is generally used as an emulsifier. Emulsifiers are believed to disrupt the intestinal flora and to increase the risk of autoimmune disorders, allergies, and inflammatory diseases. Inflammation resulting from modification of the flora by emulsifiers may even promote the development of colon cancer, according to a recent study. Now that's scary. That right there is scary because if you're drinking that, you're like, wait, so if I drink this, I have a possibility of developing colon cancer? I'm like, oh, well, whoops. All right then. Oh, oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Again, look up the app, download it, do your own research, do your own thing. That's the important thing about your health. I'm not a health expert, I'm not a doctor. I'm just somebody who's learning on their own time about this stuff and using the technology that is available to everyone to do so. And it's both on Android and iOS. Download it, give it a try, and be astonished by how many of the foods you eat can be the worst thing you ever have. And again, it's going to be difficult because the stuff you that is good for you is going to be a heck of expensive. But think of it this way, right? It's heck of expensive now, but just think of it. Something happens and you have to go to the doctors. And all of a sudden you found out you have heart disease, or you have this, or you have that. And it's going to cost you thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars to take care of that. Or be on life support, who knows? But just think today, right now, you have technology in your fingertips. You are connected. You are connected to the biggest library of academia anywhere. Not all of it is truthful, some of it's misinformation, disinformation, but that's up to you to decide how to discern that for yourself, right? That's how you discern that. The thing of it is, though, you, you, whoever's watching this, whether it be now or on the repeat or whatever, you have the ability to have a better health. And it's in your hands no matter what. You hear these stories about the 600 pounder, the 1,000 pounder. I don't think anyone survived to be 1,000 pounder, to be honest. But you have this ability to take care of yourself. Ooh, better protect the solo. You have this ability to take care of yourself, right? Like, who doesn't want to take care of themselves? But basically a family, right? And I'm not saying that everything works. Like, if you take care of yourself well, you can still die early. The point of the matter is, though, is that you got to find that balance between having fun in life and taking care of yourself, right? I mean, it's not that it shouldn't be that difficult. There's so much information out there. Like, when I was given a list by a dietitian about the eats to eat or not eat for like because of the high cholesterol stuff, I thought, well, that's great. That means I can't have beef or steak again, whatever. No, I can. Just certain cuts on ground chuck or chuck beef or whatever. I can only have like 95% and higher fat free. For deli meat, it has to be in the same arena too. Once you start getting involved in this self, right, of taking care of yourself and all that, and you start going down that road, either you talk to a dietitian, you talk to your doctor, you go online and try to do research for yourself or whatever. Getting involved in your health is the best first step, even if it's just walking for 30 minutes a day or every other day, whatever works for you. Just get up and be some form of active. Because I'm telling you right now, I don't want to go back to that doctor's and fail Well, I might be a little over 200, but the point of the matter is I want to get down below 300. I want to get to 250. It'd be nice. It'd be nice if there was a technology that could test my cholesterol without me having to go to the doctors. I'd like to have a home cholesterol testing so that I could test it and be like, oh, so it's gone up. What can I do to change? I'd like to be able to have a daily progress where I could just take a drop of my blood and then or however many drops of blood in order to test for this cholesterol stuff and be like, okay, so what can I change? What can I do? Because you need to have immediate feedback. Going to the doctors just to get a cholesterol test is expensive as heck. And I mean, even it's like maybe $100 or so. But even if you were to go not to the doctor's office, but a lab place or whatever, it's still expensive as heck. And there should be a technology out there that allows you to maybe within a few days' time, whatever, a day or so. So you don't have to take a vial because they take like a vial of blood from you. I'm just like, just take a few drops or whatever from me and have a machine or whatever run from me say, this is how much you're at right now. Like, oh, okay, so we need to work on that. We need to get down lower. We need to change this stuff and all that. Because my personal issue is eating out. Don't get me wrong. Uh, I like eating at home, and I've bought stuff like I've bought steaks, I've bought deli meat within the confines of what I'm supposed to. I'm buying bread that's either oat or whole wheat. Um, I'm buying all this stuff and eating it because I don't want to just buy it and not eat it. Obviously, I'm buying the stuff I'm going to eat that's healthy for me, and I'm using the technology uh, to get there because I need all the best ability to do so, and I know it's not always going to be enough. But if I can get to like 250 in my cholesterol, it will show that I've gone down and that I've been working on it. And exercising is part of that too. Yes, but diet is part of it well. So I just got to eat the right foods and get on with it. You know. Um, but yeah, that's my bravocado for health. But yeah, I'm not a doctor. I am not a physician. I am someone or a nutritionist or a dietitian or whatever. I'm someone who's going to people who are like a dietitian, or I'm going online, or I'm using technology that is being built in order to help people be a more healthy attitude. If you don't want to do it, that's fine, but choose what you want to do because only you can take care of yourself. Now, if you're married, maybe they'll help take care of you, but you're in charge of your health, just like you're in charge of keeping yourself out of temptation or whatever, all this sort of stuff. You are in charge of taking care of yourself. And that's that. Like for me, I don't weigh over, I think the highest I was at weight wise, like 188, 109, but that's been a while. I don't know. Um, but yeah. Oh, that's right. The soda. Uh, so the soda I found, now there's two versions of it. Uh, there's Olipop, which is uh, it's sort of in the same vein, but I have this. It's called Poppy. Now, the only place I've been able to buy it is at Kroger. So wherever nearest Kroger is, you go look in their pop section, look for Poppy, and they have probably about a good 10 different flavors, maybe 8 to 10. But the thing with Poppy is that I don't know if you'll be able to see the. Oh, you see it? Okay, never mind. I'll just read you the ingredients off the can. So the ingredients are as follows: sparkling water, organic cane sugar, apple juice concentrate, fruit juice color. I don't know what that is exactly. Organic apple cider vinegar, uh, organic agave inulin. That's agave. Eh. Natural flavors, stevia, which is a type of plant that has a sugary sweetness to it, I believe. You can look it up online. Stevia, Stevia. Look it up. Natural tartaric acid, Google it, and natural caffeine. Oh, well, there you go. And the amount of sugar that's in it is 8 grams of sugar. Compare that to regular soda. Regular soda has like over 100% more of sugar. Crazy. It is crazy what you learn when you start paying attention to the nutritional labels, not laborers. It's weird. The nutritional labors. But man, if you want to better your health, start reading your nutritional labels. Use the technology around you to better your health. I'm not saying like get lazy with it, but you'd be surprised. You would be very surprised at what's in your food and you don't know. Now, it's not like you can scan Burger King or whatever, but they have their stuff online, or McDonald's. No, McDonald's. I can't have McDonald's again. That ruined me up. My farts were smelling like McDonald's. That's how bad it is. So it's like you fart. You had McDonald's the day before, and you fart. It's like, someone have a Big Mac in here. Hey, who had the McChicken? It's a fries. Who had the McChicken and fries? Oh boy, it's too fun. I enjoy this, even if there's only a few people watching. I enjoy this, and I hope you did too. Oh, I gotta put it up. I put the my text. There we go. So before I go, because it's almost time, I just wanted to do at least an hour of talking about anything really. But it turned into a health event, so yay! I guess that's a good positive. So, if you would please leave a like, a follow, or a comment, or any of the three, all of the three, doesn't matter. Anything helps, and I do appreciate it because I wouldn't. Um, the more people see me, obviously, well, I don't want to say me, the channel, the show, or whatever you want to call it, the conversations we had, the more opportunities I get to talk to other people who I don't never thought I would have the opportunity to talk to. Like there's again, Wednesday, 4 p.m. Eastern, or 9 p.m. across the way in the UK. I'm going to talk to a gentleman by the name of Jack Tarland. And we're just going to talk about stuff, probably personal perspectives on social media, which I know I've done with others, but it's always nice to get a different perspective and some other stuff. Again, I want to have that conversation with any of you, as long as you're respectful. And one second. As long as you're respectful, have a microphone that's clear enough that I can hear you and everyone can hear you, and are willing just to have a conversation. You don't have to tell me your whole private life if you don't want to. That's up to you. Just let's have a conversation. I open the floor to anyone who would like to, not bots, not trolls or whatever. If you're gonna be a troll, go somewhere else. I'm sure someone who has more money than I do will satisfy your needs. But I'm willing to have a conversation with almost anyone who wants to have that opportunity. Big person, small person, many viewers, no viewers, whatever. Just let's have a conversation about almost anything. Obviously, I say almost because YouTube has the rules and people get shut down over the ridiculous of things. So, if you'd like, I have YouTube and Rumble, same username, Daramouthe. I have a fan account on Twitter X, goes by Daramouthe, VERAMOUTHE. Daramouthe. Actually, I should probably uh get, well, one second. I'm gonna add a new text. Bottom, yep. find me at Rumble, Rumble and YouTube under what's it like at Daramouthe, and my fan account. Nope, that's account. That's not right. Nope. Account. Fan account on Twitter X. I call it Twitter X because people still call it Twitter, and Elon wants to call it X, so I call it in between because, and plus they suspended me for no apparent reason and gave me no reason of why. So I'll call it what I like. Fan account on Twitter X at Daramouthe. Oop, I've got to spell that right. At Daramouthe. Okay, let's read the text. Let's save it. All right. So off from that one. Here we go. So here's where you can find me: Rumble and YouTube under at Daramouthe. Same name for both of those, and my fan account on Twitter X at Daramouthe. And those are the places you can find me at. I have a Discord, but it's invite only, so we'll see in the future. I don't really know. But anyway, those are the places you can find me. And again, like, follow, subscribe, whichever, or all three, doesn't matter. Anything helps. The more people get to see me, the more opportunities I get to talk with a whole lot of other people about almost anything. Again, I extend that floor to anyone. Even if you're a little shy about it or not, I understand. But I really do want to have those conversations with almost anyone, big or small. So never think you're too small to have that conversation. But always be. My rules are there are 5 words you really can't say. Be respectful and civil because I'm not here to get in a debate. I'm not here to get an argument. I'm not here to get to prove someone right, whether it be me or anyone else. I'm just here to have a conversation with anyone, almost anyone. You're just gonna be a troll about it, go somewhere else. But you can find me at those places, and if you want, leave something there. Say, hey, I want to have a conversation with you. I have something I'd like to talk about. Let's do it. Just remember there are a few rules. If you can abide by those rules, those will be fine. So anyway, see you guys next time. I appreciate and love you all because you guys make it possible for me to do more. I obviously I don't get any donations, but I'm building these bridges with people that I didn't think I'd ever have an opportunity to talk to. So thank you for that. And for those who are watching this on the rerun or the whatever, give it a shot. What do you have to lose, right? Have a conversation with someone like me. I'm not pretty. So anyway, thank you all. Have a wonderful night. And I'll see you Wednesday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Bye. Bye-bye.